Hello, Sumit. Good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon, sir. I am fine. What about you, sir?
Yeah, I'm also good. So, Sumit, please tell me about yourself.
Okay, sir. Thank you for giving my opportunity. My name is Sumit Patil from Barshi. I have completed engineering from Pune University. I have 2 years experience as a UI developer. In that 2 years, last 1 year work on Angular developer. My skill set are HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, Angular, TypeScript, as well as JavaScript and little knowledge of Node.js as well as Express.js.
So, you are having like 1 year of experience in Angular. So, which version you use in your last project?
Yes, sir. Angular 10 version I use.
Okay, Angular 10 version. And you also work on Node and Express, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, and in Node and Express, how much is your expense?
Sorry, sir.
In Node and Node.js and Express.js, how much is your experience?
Not a large times I'm work only 1 month.
Okay, okay. Okay, that's great. So, tell me about your last Angular project.
Yes, sir. My last Angular project I'm work on a banking domain project. In this domain, my team work loan applications. In loan application, various types of loan: agriculture loan, gold loan, as well as a home loan. I work in that project, template driven form as well as reactive form, and I create some directive, useful directive.
So why are you changing your current organization?
Sir, actually, this project, when we join this company, project work on a hub, and last 1 year completed all project. That's only in that current live, only taking bugs and solving bugs. That's the reason no any interest at that bugs resolving. That reason I
So how much you rate yourself out of 5 in JavaScript and Angular?
So, out of 5 in JavaScript 4, and in Angular out of 5 3, because I am working on Angular and little knowledge, only 1 year's knowledge in Angular.
Okay. What are the data types we have in JavaScript?
Basically, 2 types of data type. One is primitive data type. Second one is a non-primitive data type. Primitive data types holds value, and non-primitive data types holds reference. In primitive data type, number, boolean, string, undefined, and null. In non-primitive data type, object, array, function. That's primitive and non-primitive data type.
What is difference between primitive and non-primitive?
Actually, primitive data type holds value, and non-primitive data type holds reference. Primitive data type includes in object data type, and non-primitive primitive is a non-object and non-primitive is a object.
What is hosting?
Hosting is nothing but all the declaration or scope are get shifted top of the scope. Only declaration are shifted and not shift of value. There are in hosting let where const variable. In let and const all the variables are generally all the variables hosting possible, but in let and const we access before declaration. So result cannot access before initialize, and for where show result undefined.
What are the new features we have in ES6?
ES6 in ES6 2015 introduced new features, arrow function, uh, local storage, sorry, arrow functions. 1 minute, sir.
Mhm.
Just I reminder. Arrow function, callback function, sorry, arrow function promise async await, as well as okay, sir. Sorry.
Let const,
Sir.
spread operator, rest operator,
Yes, sir.
destruction of array object.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Higher order
Okay.
functions.
Higher order functions, spread operator, rest operator, restructuring of array,
Mhm.
higher order function.
Okay. What is difference between let const and variable?
Let where constant difference based on actually 4 points. First is reassign redeclaration. In late and cost, in where we can not in where redeclaration as well as reassign is possible. In later, only redeclaration is possible. Reassign is not possible. In constant redeclaration, neither redeclaration neither or reassign not possible. Second difference is hosting. Generally, in all variable hosting is possible, but late and const we can access before initialize, cannot access before this show message, and in a late sorry in a where is undefined. Late and const create a block store where also create a functional scope where already exist in a JavaScript. Late and const introduced in 2015.
What is callback function?
A function which is a passed as argument in another function is called a callback function.
Callback function. Then what is callback here?
When we use a sum API as well as a set timeout function, then create a asynchronous operation. Then asynchronous operation handle we use before ES6 callback function, and many asynchronous function handle. Then create one function, and inside of another function we call. That means create a nesting callback function. That nesting callback function also called as callback.
What is promise?
Promise is a JavaScript object. There are 4 state of promise. First is pending. Second one is rejected. Third one is resolved, and fourth is all settled. In pending state means our promise is neither resolved nor rejected, and second is rejected means either our promise is fail, and resolved means our promise is successfully resolved, and all settles means our promise is either fulfilled or rejected. Basically, promise use handle a synchronous operation in JavaScript.
Mhm. So, what is promise race and promise all?
Actually, promise all and promise rest is features inside of promise. In a promise all, many asynchronous function handle. And when we promise all asynchronous operation will resolve. Then output is promise all defined. If anyone promise is rejected, then which promise is rejected, then show output in a promise all. And promise inside of promise race, if which promise is first time meet, then this promise show if this promise is resolved or either rejected.
What is the benefit of using promise all?
Sorry, sir.
What is the use of benefit using promise all?
Promise all when our application all promise must be resolved, and that condition we use a promise all, because maybe one promise is rejected and then another functions depends on this promise, that we use a promise all.
Actually, I'm asking why we should use promise all method. What are the benefits of using promise all?
Sorry, sir.
By using promise all, we can make multiple APIs simultaneously,
Yes, sir.
parallel, right? It reduces time.
Yes.
Okay. What is the difference between HTML and HTML5?
HTML is the old version. HTML5 the new version. In HTML no any drag and drop concept. In HTML4 we use a add concept of drag and drop. In HTML before HTML5 we use cookies for store data, and in HTML5 we use web storage. In that web storage, local storage as well as session storage, and some elements add in HTML4, HTML5.
What is web storage?
Web storage is a store data. Web storage means a store data our client side. Before web storage, we use a cookies. Cookies limit is 5 KB only. In a web storage, limit is 5 MB. There are two types of web storage: local storage as well as session storage. Session storage means we store data until a machine close as well as tab close, and local storage we store data permanently. We delete manually. In a web storage, four methods important: set item when we store data, and then we use a set item. When we get data on local storage, we use a get item. When local storage we manually remove, we use a remove item method, and one key is remove. And when all local storage remove, then we use a clear method. Actually, when our JavaScript object to send data on local storage, we use a JSON.parse method, and when get data on local storage, we use a I repeat again, when data JavaScript to local storage, we use a string reply method, and local storage to in JavaScript get data, we use a JSON.parse method.
Is JavaScript synchronous or asynchronous?
By default, JavaScript is a synchronous, non-blocking, single-threaded language.
Okay. Synchronous, blocking, and single-threaded language.
Yes, sir.
It is a by default synchronous, blocking, and single-threaded. What is meant by single-threaded?
Single-threaded means a code. Single-threaded means a code run one by one, not a code multiple. That means a parallelly run.
Okay, it executes only one function or code at a time.
Yes, yes.
Right. Can we make JavaScript multi-threaded?
Yes, sir. We use callback function as well as promise, and async await we use.
No, I am asking, can we use JavaScript as a multi-threaded? Right, you are telling about asynchronous JavaScript. I am asking, can we run multiple threads, or can we run multiple functions at a time in JavaScript you just told me that JavaScript is a single threaded, right? It
Yes.
means it execute only one task, one function at a time. So can we make JavaScript multi-threaded?
Yes, sir. We create another files before ES6 modules concept.
No, not like that. Do you heard the concept web workers?
Yes, sir.
Right. Why we use web workers?
Web workers at that time forget the concept is.
So basically, we use web worker to create multiple thread.
Yes, sir.
By using web worker, we can make JavaScript as a multi-threaded language. Right?
Right.
So, what is fetch?
Fetch means fetch. Fetch means syntactically actually when in our JavaScript callback function, callback function create a callback head, then we use a promise. And promise is a disadvantage. Create a promise chaining. Then debugging is very difficult. And when debugging difficult, avoid we use a async await. Async await is a synthetically sugarcoating over promises, and
Actually, I am not asking async await. I am asking fetch.
Yes, async
What is
await.
fetch?
Async await fetch is same as async await.
It is actually browser API which is given by HTML5. Do you know fetch method?
Yes, sir.
Can you write one example of fetch?
Yes.
Use a JSON placeholder as a REST API.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. What is call, bind, apply? Can you explain with one example?
Yes, sir.
I think, yeah, you are missing this keyword, line number
Yes,
22.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is a call method. Then this represent this small triangle object, and we change using call method behavior of this, and we pass two argument 4 centimeter and 3 centimeter. This is a call method, and when we
Okay.
use a apply method, call method and apply method are same, but when we use a apply method, passing argument in a array format. When we do not pass a argument in array format, we show a error, and that
Okay.
reason pass a argument in array format. Uh,
So I think there is no need to write this keyword for side 2 and side 3 because they are parameter now.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Exactly. This parameter. And when we pass argument in the call method and apply method does not return a new function. When we use a bind method,
Mhm.
bind method does not show any output because bind method return a new function. Do not in this data is stored in call. This is bind method.
Actually, I'm not able to see your screen. Can you open the browser?
Yes, sir.
Can you share the browser? Okay, okay. Now I can see. Yeah. Okay. So can you write a function to draw a pattern?
Which pattern, sir?
Um, let me show. Okay, I have passed one image. Will you please download that image? I have passed image in chat section.
Yes, sir. Triangle.
Yes. Okay. So first of all, write that uh, pattern in your JS file and
Okay,
comment
sir.
it. Okay, okay, that's okay. I comment it. Yes.
Yes, sir.
But at line first, it is printing empty space.
Take up at line number.
Go to the console. Go to the browser one.
Okay, sir. 2 times undefined because we check write a console.
Yes, your written console, right? But you can see that app at line number app .js42, it is printing empty space, then it is printing single star.
Yes, sir.
First of all, remove that console at line number 42, return str. Okay.
Check out.
Right. You can see that before single star, there is a one empty space in browser. In browser, go to the browser, right, and select that pattern. Right?
Yes, sir.
Select from
This
bottom
is-
to top.
Yes, sir. This is actually rectangle format.
No. I want to say just a moment. Here is empty space. It
Yes,
should
sir.
not be there.
Yes. Okay, sir. Eyes. Okay.
I think
Yes, sir.
it will work. Yes.
I equal to.
If you initialize I with 1, then I should be less than 4.
Yes, sir.
If you initialize I is equal to 0, then I should be less than 3. But this is not a generic, right? It will always print 3 rows.
Pass. Yes, sir. I will
Okay,
try.
that's okay. Yeah. Can you write a function for anagrams?
Anagrams.
Hmm.
1 minute, sir. Sorry, sir. Anagram function.
Yes.
Anagram function. I don't know concept of anagram.
Okay. Okay, that's okay. Can you write a function for palindrome?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So why do you write the line number 45 and 47? What is the need of that line, 47 line?
Yes, sir. Because in our word madam is a string. In that madam, replace word.
Okay, so that functionality should be inside function now.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I also didn't get how it is work now. Right? Okay, got it. But what if we have any other special character like question mark?
And then we get on Google conjunction one string or
Regular expression.
regular expression.
Okay, that's good. But that 47 should be inside function.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay, that's why we are writing function.
Yes, sir.
What is closure?
Closure, when closure means a parent-child relation, that means a parent-child function relation. That means we create an inner function inside of a outer function. Then outer function create a lexical scope. This lexical scope does not access outside of a function. Then we call outer function. Outer function define inner function definition, and this inner function definition again we call then lexical scope declaration we achieve. That is closure.
What is lexical scope?
Lexical scope means outer function inside of a inner function. In outer function and inside of a inner function space, inside a space create a lexical scope.
Okay, in simple word, we can say that the scope of parent function.
Yes, sir. Scope of parent function.
Scope of parent function is called lexical scope. Okay. What is the difference between map and object? I'm asking map object, right? Do you know the map object which is introduced in latest ES6 version? Map set.
I don't know, sir.
Okay.
I will try.
Yeah, you can check it after the interview. So, okay. What is difference between filter and find method?
Filter method filtering the array for given conditions. Another find method is a return object. Find method return object single object. Filter methods original array and filter array length may be same or not the same given condition. But find method also return only one single object and single element.
So the basic difference is filter method iterate whole array, right? And find method stop the iteration when he got a object which satisfy given condition.
Condition, right, sir.
Okay. What is Angular?
Angular is a framework of a single page application of a client side.
Okay.
Don't remember technical definition.
Right. Angular is a JavaScript framework used for creating single page web application, which is built on the top of TypeScript. Right? It provides features like two-way data binding, dependency injection, component-based architecture, Right?
Yes, sir.
Can you explain the concept of data binding in Angular?
Yes, sir. Data binding is in Angular. Uh, uh, in a, suppose send communicator data from HTML page to template file. Then we use data binding. There are three types of data binding. One
HTML
way
to
data
template.
binding. Yes, HTML to template as well as template to HTML. We use
Actually,
data
HTML and
binding.
template both are same thing.
Yes, sir. HTML to view and view to HTML.
I'm saying that HTML, template, view, both these are all same thing. Template to TypeScript, TypeScript
Types.
to template.
Yes, sir. HTML to TypeScript, TypeScript to template. We use data binding. There are two types, mainly two types. One-way data binding, two-way data binding. In one-way data binding, when we TypeScript file to send a HTML file data, string interpolation and property binding, and we use HTML to TypeScript file. We use event binding and communicator HTML to TypeScript as well as TypeScript to HTML. Two-way data binding use ENG model. ENG models give a forms model.
Oh. What are the directives in Angular and how we use them?
Directive is a directive is a most component in Angular. In a directive, using directive, we achieve achieve elements on show or remove on UI. Basically, three types of directive: attribute, structural directive, attribute
So
directive, and
you mean to
component.
say that we can show and hide elements in UI by using directive? This is their primary one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Please continue.
There are three types of directive: structural directive, attribute directive, and a component directive.
Okay.
Structural directive add or remove elements. Then we use the structural directive. In structural directive, three types of directive: ng if, ng for, and ng switch. A structural directive start with a star sign. ng if directive conditionally bind. That means true and false. If ng if is true, then we use negation for false condition. Otherwise, in Angular framework, we use a ng template. And second one is ng for use for iterable array string show on a UI. And structure directive is a how to how show UI on a show UI. We use a structure directive. In structure directive, ng class and ng style. And component directive is responsible for render a UI on browser.
Okay, okay, good. How to handle the HTTP request in Angular?
HTTP request we handle firstly we HTTP client model in Angular browser we set in app.model.ts file. And after HTTP client model, we create a service in a service file. Our multiple methods in service file, and we take a base URL in the environmental file, without production.
Okay,
In
okay,
that,
that's okay. So then how, if you are making API call, right, HTTP request, then how to handle error handling in Angular?
error handling, we use forms in a reactive forms module as well as template driven form.
No, no, I'm asking, you are making a HTTP request, right? You are making a API call. Then how will
Yes,
you handle error handling?
yes, sir. In catch error methods.
Can you write one example of catch error?
No, sir. That condition I forget.
Okay, okay, that's all. But you know that we
I
can
will
use
try.
catch error.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure.
So catch error is given by Angular, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Catch error given. I am not sure, but RAJX library.
Yes, it is not native form Angular. It is
Yes,
method which is given by RxJS.
yes, sir.
It is RxJS. Okay. What is difference between subject, behavior, subject?
Yes, sir. Subject and behavior subject is are same. Subject and behavior subject work as a observer as well as observable. Observer means data get and data emit. In subject, we pass argument is a is a mandatory. Sorry, in subject we pass argument, and this is not mandatory, but behavior subject we pass a argument mandatory.
There is we can say that subject don't have default values. Behavior subject have
Default.
default value. Right. Okay. What is difference between promise and observable?
Yes, sir. Promise, we use a promise in JavaScript and observable we use in Angular by RAJS library. In promise is eagerly loading and observable is a lazy loading. In promise, we use consume dot then and catch method. In a promise and data not get if we does not dot subscribe method apply. In a promise, in promise we do not cancel, but observable cancelable. We use when your application when app component is destroyed, that means ng destroy inside of a unsubscribe of a observable.
Okay. How to optimize the Angular application?
Optimize means create.
No, no, optimize. Optimize performance.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We use lazy loading concept.
Okay.
Lazy loading, which model is we actually Angular is by default eagerly module is eagerly downloaded or but which model is does not necessary or necessary with a download. When with a lazy loading, then which model is important, this model is only downloaded.
Okay, that's the one example thing by using which can improve performance of application. Is there any other ways?
Yes, sir. We use always service methods. Repeat does not repeat code using services, and we use subject and behavior subject for a data transfer. Many methods for that I don't know at that time.
Do you know on push strategy?
Which strategy?
On push,
No, sir.
change direction.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm little knowledge, but I will try after interview or consultancy.
Basically, we can use change detection mechanism
Yes, sir.
for performance optimization as well.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Most important.
What is AOT and what are their benefits?
I am unable to technical word in AOT.
Actually, it is ahead of time compilation.
Yes.
What is difference between Angular 8 and Angular 9?
Angular 8 before Angular 8 we does not accept AOT concept. In Angular 9 AOT concept add.
Before Angular 9, Angular uses just-in-time compilation.
Yes, sir. GOT.
Compilation. GIT, right?
Yes, sir.
GIT. Okay. So, what is what is host listener and host banding?
Yes, sir. Host listener and host binding is directives.
Mhm.
In directive we use using a event listener work in JavaScript event work that in Angular's host listener work.
What are Angular guards and how are they used?
Angular,
Angular guards.
I don't know, sir.
Okay, you have work on routing or not?
Yes, sir.
So, suppose you have a scenario that you want to allow navigation for particular route, and depending upon the user or depending upon the login state, authenticated state,
Yes,
what
sir.
you use?
We use routing guard.
Yes, I am asking same. Angular guard is routing guards.
Yes, sir. In guards, there are many methods of guard. Can activate guard, can deactivate,
Mhm.
can child activate,
Can activate child.
can activate child, and at least before this version, new 2 methods add.
Okay, can load.
Yes, sir.
Can you explain? Can activate child, can deactivate, where to use, how to use?
Yes, sir. When our application, suppose two components, that is a product component and user components, but user does not go on a product component, only user on a user component. Then we use a can activate method. Can activate this is a service, and when we use a can activate in a app routing models, create a user guard inside of a path. We add a path, and can activate child then in a user inside of a user does not go in another component, child component. Then we use a can activate child, and can deactivate means when on a browser, then change user suppose one message change user, but this message discard or not discard, then a message we using a can deactivate. Not sure, sir.
What is pipe?
pipe is a simple function. This is a transporter value. This is a this is a accepts a value and returns a transport value.
Okay. What are the built-in pipes we have in Angular?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In Angular, many pipes, lowercase, uppercase, as well as slice methods, slice pipe,
Mhm.
as well as JSON. This is a most important pipe, and date pipe,
Mhm.
as well as uh, okay, sir.
Okay.
We create a custom pipe as well.
Okay. Have you created a custom pipe before?
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Using CLI.
Okay. Uh, I'm sending one array to you, right, in chat section.
Yes, sir.
By using in this array, you have to create a table, and you have to create a one pipe, filter pipe, which can filter a table by according to the name.
Yes. Yes, sir.
You can use CLI to create pipe. Right? Is that fine?
Yes, sir. What is, sir?
You can use CLI to create pipe.
Yes, sir.
Right? That is fine.
Yes. Yes, sir. CSI. CLI. Create a table.
Yes, you have to create it. Okay, that's okay. You can check it later on. Yes, Sumit, I have done from my, yes,
This is a error.
yeah, you can check it.
Yes, sir. No,
So I have done from my side. Do you have any question for me?
no, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Sumit. Have a good day. Bye.